Alright guys, so today ahead of next season, we are going to be taking a deep dive on how Real Madrid could line up next season, how Real Madrid could be set up for next season. But before we take a deep dive into that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, don't forget to like, and don't forget to comment on this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to turn on your post notification. I post every day. You can learn about Madrid, you can learn new things about football. So to get updated, to get more knowledge, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to share this video, and more importantly, turn on your post notification so whenever I post you can get notified and then you can watch the video. Now let's take a deep dive into how Real Madrid could line up next season. It is no surprise that Real Madrid are coming off one of their one of their worst seasons in recent times. I think that is the last season could be similar to the 18-19 season, but I think that 18-19 season is even worse than this 24-25, because that 24-25 season, at least we were grinding out results. Madrid were grinding out results. We had a deep run in the Champions League to the quarterfinal, and then we could fight for the league till at least until the second El Clasico. So I think 24-25 is still better, but it is nonetheless it's still one of the worst seasons in Real Madrid history. Because of the expectations, incoming of Mbappe, and we're coming off a Champions League winning season, winning the double La Liga and Champions League. So the expectations was very high, and then still adding Mbappe to this team, so the expectations were very very high. Nonetheless, it was still a good season. Regardless, it was still a good season. But now this season, with the incoming of Sabi Alonso as the new coach, and then four new signings, there might be outgoings and there might be incomings. We don't know yet. But in my own opinion, I feel the window is closed for Real Madrid. That's what I feel. But there might be last minute, outgoings or last minute incomings. We never can tell. But with what we have now and what we've clearly been seeing with the arrival of Alvaro Carreras, Dean Huijsen, Franco Mastattuono, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now we are going to be looking at how Real Madrid could line up next season, with Jude Bellingham out and reintroduction of Camavinga in this team. Now we are likely to see some changes. Now, reminder that Adagula is going to play a pivotal role in this Xabi Alonso system. At least that's what we've been saying about Adagula. Is going to play an important role. Is going to help in deeper areas. Is going to help in terms of bringing the ball out when we are in possession. Now this is a very good, if you check my last video, I've talked about this in my last video, but let me just try to bring it out again. This is a very good option for us, in terms of Adagula being a starter, because we've seen what he can do when we are with the ball. We've seen his quality, the quality he can give us whenever we are with the ball. So yeah, it is a very good trait. But the problem now is that if he is going to be important for us, in terms of bringing the ball out, in terms of in possession work, in terms of deeper areas, if he's going to help us, he is going to be he is going to need to work on his defensive abilities. That was why I was one of the architects. I was one of the architects of Bellingham playing in deeper areas. Before, at the start of the season, I was like, oh, I would need Bellingham to be brought back to that deeper area, to facilitate things for us, and then to help out, to complement Adagula. But after thinking about it clearly, after doing a deep thinking about Jude Bellingham and the role in terms of bringing him deeper, I came to a conclusion that even playing Jude Bellingham deeper limits Jude Bellingham himself. It limits Jude Bellingham himself because yeah, we all say, oh, we want Bellingham to go back to his Dortmund days where he plays deeper area, he was still scoring goals. Yes, he was still scoring goals in deeper areas, but Jude Bellingham's skill set is better playing close to goal than playing in deeper areas. Need I remind you that he became a Ballon d'Or contender playing in advanced areas of the pitch, and this obsession with he needs to play in deeper areas, because why are we obsessed with him playing in deeper areas? The hardest part of of the pitch is the advanced areas, playing in the final third. That is where the hardest part, because that is where it is most compact. Do you think it is easy for you to be finding those little space? You only have little space in the advanced areas. That is the hardest part. In deeper areas, you have a lot of space because the opponent is coming to press you in deeper areas. The opponent is coming to press you. That is the reason why I want Adagula to improve his defensive abilities, because off the ball, he is a liability off the ball. He is a very, very, a very, very big liability off the ball. Now that Jude Bellingham now will be out for 3 months, I think the best thing for us, the best thing that the best thing for I think for what's his name, for Alonso to do is that play Kamavinga in that deeper areas, and then let Adagula function in between the lines. I think that is where it's more suited for him. When he's playing between the lines, maybe as an AM or as a CM hybrid, playing in between the lines like that, I think that is the best. That is the best option, at least that we have for now, because Adagula off the ball is a liability. He is not a good dweller at all. He needs to work on that aspect. He needs to work on that aspect of his game. He needs to work on that aspect. And I don't know, regardless, Sabi Alonso have said we might not see the same formation. That is why I'm not even here to talk about formation, because I might say, oh, we are going to line up in 4-4-2. We are going to line up in 3-4-3. We are going to line up in 3-5-2. And we might see different positions. The idea is to be flexible. The idea is to be flexible. That is the reason why I am not going to be doing any form of, hey, okay, we are going to line up in this type of formation. We are going to line up in this type of formation. But what I think is that I think we are likely to see, Tchouaméni acting as an hybrid, between the CB and the midfield. That is the glimpses of what we saw in the Club World Cup. The glimpses of what we saw in the Club World Cup. You can see whenever we are without the ball, Tchouaméni, drops deep to help out in the defense, and then when we are with the ball, he pushes up to help out, to overload, that midfield. I think we are likely to see something like that. And for the centre back pairing, I feel as though the centre back pairing is going to be Militao and Dean Huijsen, because of what Dean Huijsen will offer. I think Dean Huijsen is going to be one of the key players in this Xabi Alonso system. We saw the glimpses of that, in the Club World Cup. I was helping up in terms of build-up, in terms of, bringing the ball out. And I want to address this thing for the last time. This is the last time I'm going to be addressing this. This is the last time I'm going to be, talking about this in general, because I've been seeing a lot of Madrid fans saying, oh, Real Madrid need a controller, oh, Real Madrid need a cruise type of midfielder, oh, Real Madrid need this type of midfielder, oh, Real Madrid need that type of midfielder. Real Madrid don't need any type of midfielder. All Real Madrid needs to do is to apply intensity off the ball. That is all Real Madrid needs to do. Real Madrid don't need any type of midfielder. We have some of the best midfield profiles currently in our team. Yes, we have some of the best midfield profile currently in our team. We have Jude Bellingham, we have Eduardo Camavinga, we have Adagula, we have Federico Valverde, and we have Aurelien Tchouaméni. And you want to tell me we still need a controller? Do I need to remind you that two of these midfielders cost 100 million? Tchouaméni and Jude Bellingham. So we have two midfielders that cost 100 million, and you still say we need a controller. What do we need a controller for? If you say we need a controller, that means Tchouaméni is not doing his job. Yes. That means Tchouaméni is not doing his job well if you say we need a controller. Which I am stating again, that we do not need a controller. If we can defend well as a unit. When we lose the ball, we defend well as a unit in terms of winning the ball back. One of our midfielders can act as that controller. Come on, we've been battered when Cruz was in our team now. Weren't you there when we got battered 4-0 by Man City? Weren't you there when we got battered 4-0 by Barcelona with Toni Kroos in the team? So that obsession with name Real Madrid name this type of midfielder, we don't. Let's just stop that thinking now. We don't need any type of midfielder. We just need to learn how to defend as a unit, how to apply intensity whenever we are without the ball. That is why I'm still saying again, I am still stating it again, that since Jude Bellingham will be out for 3 months, I think it will be best for Camavinga to play that deep, that in that deeper area, because Camavinga also has the skill set of being a good build-up player. I've seen something like that in that 2022 Champions League run when he was coming on as a substitute for us. Seen it again against Liverpool in the Champions League, home and away, where he dropped a masterclass, and we've seen it again in the Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund. So he's had a lot of infinite masterclass performances that you are going to be sure that Camavinga can definitely thrive in this position. That's why I think Camavinga playing that deeper area, and then Adagula operating in between the lines is the best option going forward, being that Jude Bellingham will be out for 3 months. And now for the attack, we are likely to see what's his name? We are likely to see Alvaro Carreras and Trent Alexander-Arnold. They are definitely starting, because Trent Alexander-Arnold, he also helps in terms of build up, and then Alvaro Carreras, I think, is the preferred starting left back for us. And now for the attack, we are likely to see Federico Valverde more as a narrow right winger. So I think that's we are likely to see Valverde. I don't know how it is going to be, but I think we are likely to see Valverde playing a little more deeper than Jude Bellingham. I'm just, I'm basing this based off what I saw in the Club World Cup. Because if you watch the Club World Cup, you could see that, you could see Federico Valverde operating higher up the pitch than Jude Bellingham, which was very, very balanced. I think we are likely to see something like that in the new season. And for the attack, I think we are likely to go with just 2 attackers. That is what I also see with Vinicius and Mbappe. And for that, I think Vinicius is more deadly centrally. I think Vinicius is done being that touchline winger. Vinicius thrives more when he's in space. He thrives more in space. That is the reason why when he played centrally, he had a Ballon d'Or this season. Vinicius is not good in tight areas. So I think we are likely to see Vinicius more as the center forward, and then Mbappe as the left wing, or an attacking that left half space. Being that Vinicius is very is more mobile, and there will be more space operating centrally than Mbappe. Mbappe is more comfortable, playing on that left half space and playing on that left wing. And I think Vinicius has lost it as a left winger. At least that is just me. Vinicius is more deadly centrally, play centrally, drifting out wide, drifting to the right, drifting to the left, and where he's more mobile, he's more unpredictable playing centrally. So I think these are the changes we are likely to see for next season. If you watch this video, to this extent, please, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to subscribe to this video. Because I bring daily football dosage to your screen every day. I'll be bringing it to your screen every day. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to, most importantly, turn on your post notification, because that will be very, very important. And let me know your thoughts on what you think about this. How do you think Real Madrid is going to line up next season? What do you think about this? And I will be under the comment section. Thank you, guys.